I don't know if I should. It's probably too late now to put the microphone in the, yeah, because hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. So I just wanted to share a dream that I had with you guys and how it pretty much, um, how it kind of pretty much manifested. probably, probably gonna be a message for some of you, because it's like a couple messages in one in that dream that I had. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. So whoever it's meant for. Um, so I had this dream today. I was taking a nap and I had this very vivid dream. I was like, I was with a couple of family members that I could recall in my dream. I can only remember like a few of them. One being my mother, she was in the dream. And I was at some type of restaurant, or we were all at this restaurant or something. And there was a friend of mine, from what I can vaguely remember. I know it was a friend in my waking life that I actually know. She was in the dream. And we were walking up these different levels of steps or something. It was like a mall, but it was like a restaurant. It's really weird. Like, we all knew that we had to get to this restaurant or something. And my mom, it was an event, but I know there was a restaurant and then there was a mall and it had different levels. And I remember my mom trying to gaslight me. Like, she was pretty much telling me to go do something for her, and if I didn't do, she was trying to put fear into me. It was weird. Like, she would, I'm trying to explain this the best way that I can. She was basically like giving me something to do, right? She was telling me to go do something, but it was like, she was manipulating me into doing it. She was guilt tripping me. If I didn't do it, it was like a consequence. If you don't do this, then this is what's going to happen, right? And me and my friend were going up the steps and we're like doing our own thing. Like, we're not listening to her, right? And you would think, okay, that's being defiant against your mother or whatever, right? Even as an adult, sometimes, you'd be like, okay, I don't want to be disrespectful towards my parents. But this was different. It was like I knew she was being manipulative. So if I would have let her stop me and my friend, we were trying to get to the steps, and I'm assuming like the rest of the family, we all had somewhere to be. And it was like she was trying to distract me to do something for her, and she was gaslighting me because I didn't do it and I didn't want to do it, right? So when we finally got to whatever this space was in the dream, I heard a message. It was like, it's not really clear. Like, I got bits and pieces of it, but what I heard was I was speaking to different people, like different creatives or something. I don't know. I do remember a specific girl's face. I don't know her in the waking life. I just seen a face. A it was a black woman. She was like brown skin, kind of dark skin. She had her hair like in this, it's kind of like flipped, not kind of like Farrah Fawcett flipped the little hairstyle, but not quite. And she had like freckles on her face, kind of like a scissor, kind of like scissor. She kind of favored scissor a little bit. Um, and I could tell, like, whatever the message was that I was saying to everybody in the dream, it resonated with her the most. And it was like she was being inspired or she was being encouraged. So I want to say this to you guys. After I woke up out of that dream, um, I it was something that tried to come at me. I felt the energy. I don't know what the intentions were, but I didn't like the energy in it. And I felt that energy of discouragement. I felt a gaslighting energy. And I felt confusion come from it. I said, this doesn't make sense. If it's not making sense, it's no clarity behind it. There's some type of weird energy in it. Something's off. It's most likely not coming from a good place. It's not coming from a divine place, and it's not coming from a place of love. And I sat with it for a second, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't looking too deep into something. And I was like, nah, God gave me that dream for a reason, to give me a heads up. Whoever this is meant for, what you can take out of that dream is, if you are headed somewhere, because stairs and dreams, especially when you're going upstairs, when you're in and on top of that too, it was like a lot of confusion in the dream because there was all these different places in my dream. So if you're trying to get to a certain place or in your journey or in your path, and you might have some people around you or maybe a particular person that tries to keep you stuck, keep you restricted. They see that you're moving past a level where you were, or you're outgrowing them, or you're outgrowing what they're comfortable, the person you're comfortable with. And God used my mother because family sometimes, they're the worst critics. They'll make you feel like, oh, you're guilty because you don't want to do the same thing, or you don't have the same habits anymore. Like you've switched up, right? That's what they say. Oh, you switched up. And in a sense, yes, like you've leveled up, you grew. You grew out, you've outgrown that old energy that you were in. So essentially what gaslighting is, it's a psychological manipulation to make you question yourself, make you doubt, make you go, oh well, maybe I am doing something wrong, right? That that reading that I did earlier, the message that came through was freeing yourself from those traumas, and one of those traumas being gaslighted all of your life too. Whenever you step out of that comfort zone, you step out of that psychological pattern, you question yourself whether you're doing the right thing or not because you've been gaslit so many times. That spirit tried to trick me, like it tried to do that today. I was like, nah, that's not God. I know it's not. This is not coming from a place of love either. So no, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to accept that. That's a trap. I'm not falling into that. And in the dream, when me and my friend, we decided not to do what my mom was trying to get us to do, she was like trying to manipulate us into doing something. When we didn't do it, we ended up going up the steps, and that's where we met all these different people. It was like all these different creators or creative people in the room, and God was using me to speak to them. And there was one specific like particular face that I saw in the dream. I don't know who this person is in the waking life, but they showed me a face of a girl. Like I said, she kind of reminds me of SZA a little bit, like kind of favors her. And I seen that it was mostly getting to her, like it was something that was inspiring her, like she was listening, she was shaking her head, like her eyes lit up, like yes, like this is for me. So I woke up out of the dream after that, and that's when I woke up to some warfare basically. Nah. Mm-mm. No. So whoever this is for, like, just know this: new levels, new devils. I'm telling you, you're always gonna be met with a test, and a lot of the times it will be things outside of you, and then there'll be times where you're wrestling with yourself. And the wrestling with yourself sometimes is how much do you really trust? Do you trust yourself? And like I said, the test can be that test of faith. Might be a struggle for some that have dealt with being gaslit all their life, being told that they're crazy, or no, they don't have the permission to speak, or nobody's listening to you, your points are not valid, you this, you're that, um, anything to like speak against you. And it can feel discouraging. That's a discouraging feeling. But again, it takes courage for you to face that fear, or to confront that, and not give in or give way to that. It does. It really does. Thank God for discernment, and thank God for giving me visions and provisions and all of that before. And for some of you, that might be the thing. And when I share my testimony, you guys, please make no mistake, this isn't for me to talk about myself. Like, I don't like sharing my business. I'm not that type of person. I only share what I'm divinely led to share. So if it's something that I experience it, and I'm being divinely led to share it with somebody, it's for a reason. It's not just to hear myself talk. Like, I'm quiet. Like, I like to keep to myself. I only talk when I, feel led to, or if I'm comfortable with somebody like that. But I prefer to keep my business sacred. But this particular dream that I had, I'm telling you, like, this dream happened within, like, waking up in the dream and then immediately running into the same experience. Just it played out differently, because dreams are symbolisms, and at the same time, like, there's different symbols that speak to things in the waking life. So yeah, the stairways representing levels or elevation in some instance. You're especially when you're going up the stairs. The stairs going up them is walking up somewhere. You're elevating. You're walking through something. And there was a room, this friend that I walked in the room to, we walked into this room with these people we didn't even know. These were random people, and I can't remember the exact message that I was saying to the people, but it was like I was saying something to the collective of creators or something like that. I just remember the word creatives. And I was speaking to them, speaking life into them, and that's when God showed me a face of a girl. So I don't know who this is for. Um, Take it as it resonates, but do not allow yourself to get into that place where you feel like your back is against the wall, you're being taunted. Like, please don't do it. Don't allow yourself to do that. Don't allow anybody to manipulate you to go back and revert back to the old ways of doing things. That is an attempt to keep you stuck. And like I said, sometimes our own inner self can play that game with us out of that fear of stepping out of the comfort zone, the fear of the unknown, and trying to keep you safe by saying, oh, look at this, be careful, watch out for that, right? And that sometimes is valid for that, you know. Sometimes even our family, our friends can say, oh, be careful, you know, because they're looking at things on a mundane level. If you feel something in your spirit isn't right and you need to take heed to it, by all means. But if it's promoting a spirit of fear, you got to sit with that for a second and make sure it's not coming from a place that is kind of working against you rather than protecting you, if that makes sense. I say this all out of love because there's a lot of fear mongering too, even, you know, what's going on in the world. And not saying that it's not real and it's not valid, but we don't give way to spirit of fear. That's not how we do things. Don't be distracted by fear. You can't see things clear. You can't hear clear. You can't move clear. You can't think clear. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know who that was for. Yeah, but it's crazy out here, I'm telling you. But I thank God for the heads up always. So goes back into that same confirmation again. Pay attention to your dreams. Like, especially if you're not like typically you're not typically a dreamer and you're just having dreams and stuff like that. Pay attention to your dreams. If your dreams are becoming more vivid or you're starting to remember them, write down every symbolism, even if it sounds strange or sounds weird. Um, I had to be careful with this real quick, but I feel led to, because I can interpret dreams. If I'm led to, if anybody needs help with interpreting a dream, um, I can help you with that if you email me, but please know that if I don't feel led to tap into your dream, don't be offended. It's just I'm not being led to do it. For whatever reason, I have to honor that. I can't tap into everybody's energy. I'm not if I'm not being divinely led to. So, but if you need that, email me. If you need an in-depth, like more in-depth, I do offer dream interpretation reads. It does require me to sit with it for a while. I might not get all of the answers in one setting. So, that's why it's kind of like a sensitive thing, because I'm having to like tap into the dream and go into it. But the symbolisms and all of that, I'm able to interpret those messages, at least the prophetic aspect of it, because certain symbols and dreams, they could represent things going on in subconscious, or they can be a prophetic dream. I would say how you, hmm, yeah, just anybody that feels led to, just reach out to me. I'll be able to discern whether it's a prophetic dream or it's coming from your subconscious mind. Because some people need help to interpret their dreams that they're having. So I feel led to do that. But yeah, just let me know. Whoever is watching, my email should be, I'll put in the description. If you're watching this live, it is waluchildreadings@gmail.com. Again, if I feel something's off in the energy, I'm not gonna do it. So don't take offense to it. Um, but yeah, whoever this is meant for, I hope this was helpful. Much love as always. Y'all be blessed. You be safe. Take care. And I will catch you guys in the next video, next read, whichever, next message. So until next time, peace.